before you get to see the rest of this video, I actually really want to talk about something that's pretty important when you're going on a big group ride. So today we had a big group. There was 12 of us all going for a ride up on the Uncompahgre Plateau. Super beautiful day, great day. Bunch of guys from out of town, guys that don't know the way around. It was super dusty, right? So we decided we're not going to just like ride around and everybody stop at every intersection. First of all, that makes for a long day when you got 12 people. Also, it makes for kind of a rough day when it's super dusty. So we had a riders meeting before we took off. I know it sounds like some sort of race thing, but anyway, we got everybody together. And Mark and I were like, all right, here's the deal, guys. You know, Morgan, I'm going to take off and lead this group because I know which way we're going. And at every intersection, every time we get to an intersection, I'm going to stop and I'm going to wait until the person behind me sees me and gives me some sort of indication that they see me. A thumbs up, a head nod, something, right? And then that person is going to wait at that intersection until the person behind them sees them and gives them an indication that they see him, and then they'll take off. What that does, first of all, is it doesn't keep the group all like waiting every time you get to an intersection and make the day take forever, but it also lets the dust settle. It lets people be able to go at their own pace. It's just a really great way to do it. So we explained that, and I think we did a pretty good job of explaining that, and we took off. And we headed out to do the Aspen Loop to start because it's kind of an easy warm-up to kind of see how everybody's skills are, see what speed we are, decide what other trails we're going to do based on the skill level of everybody there. So it should have been really, really straightforward, really simple. It was a Thursday morning. It was about 10 o'clock in the morning. No one really on the plateau riding. It should have been really safe to just go your own speed down the Aspen Loop. I was out front, so I figured I'd go as fast as I wanted. I figured I'd go as fast as I could, so I get out of the way and let the dust settle so everybody else could have clean air. And we took off, and as you can see from that little intro video, something went terribly wrong. Now here, let's watch what happens for the rest of that video. Oh, you okay? Oh God. Oh, oh, whew. Oh, you okay? Oh God. Oh, oh, whew. Yeah, it's really hard to watch, but let's watch it one more time. Yeah, 0 on the fun scale. So I'm out front going as fast as I can to try, like I said, let the dust settle for the guys behind me. And in a really kind of weird situation on the Aspen Trail, I go into the trees. I mean, there's lots of trees on the trail, but there's like super dense little cluster. One of the few places you can't see way up ahead. And bam, this guy comes out of nowhere. We hit. I say a whole bunch of bad words. I think I may have cracked or bruised some ribs. There's definitely some pretty severe damage done to the bikes. I shouldn't say severe, but it wasn't pretty. I folded my pipe up. His pipe got folded up. We broke a piece off of his fork leg. Smoked the shroud on the one side. Actually, we got away pretty easy, like all things considered. Sam's leg got hurt a little bit, but both of us were able to continue riding for the rest of the day. My ribs hurt like crazy, and so the rest of the day wasn't the most fun riding, honestly, but we still had a great day. Let me explain what happened. We took off, there's a few turns we had to make to get over to the Aspen Loop. Left and a right and a left. Anyways, it's pretty straightforward, especially for someone like me who knows my way around. And every time I'd stop, I'd wait for Mark because I knew who was behind me. We kind of like, hey, you're Mark, I'm Morgan, great, you know. So make sure everybody's okay, great. So we all talked, and I think everybody had their, you know, kind of riding buddy that they knew who was in front of them and who was behind them. And so I waited at every intersection. Mark would give me a thumbs up, I'd take off. He would wait, the guy behind him, thumbs up, head nod, whatever, they'd take off. Anyway, what happened was one of our group got to a left-hand turn, and he didn't wait. He made the turn and took off. The guy behind him, Sam, missed that. He didn't see the turn because it's kind of a hidden turn off to the left, and the main trail, I mean, it looks like it just keeps going. It's really burned in, going straight, so he went straight. He didn't see any dust, so he picked up the pace, trying to catch up, because he figured, well, you know, I should see dust. So then he really picks up the pace, because he doesn't see any dust for quite a while, so he's going. Well, here's the crazy thing. In most situations, if someone botches that communication and they don't get someone to turn when they need to turn, the person behind gets lost, right? So they go the wrong way, they get out there, they get lost, they don't know where they are. The rest of the group worries, they go find them or try to find them, whatever. It's a bummer, it's a real big bummer. But in this real weird specific situation, it's only one of the only places I've ever been that this could happen. By missing that left-hand turn, it put him on course to ride the Aspen Loop the wrong way. And I don't mean it's the wrong way, like it's a great direction to ride the trail, and it's fine as long as everybody's going that direction. But it put him on course to ride the trail the opposite way of the rest of us. So as the rest of us are going and having fun and giggling and having a great time, we don't know, and he doesn't know, and he's trying to catch up, and I'm trying to go fast to stay, you know, ahead and let the dust settle. We end up coming together, as you saw in the video, and it didn't end well. What I'm trying to say is this is a short video just on trail etiquette, guys. Like, and I don't like, we're going to do more videos on trail etiquette, like when you meet other people, other users of other different types of users and things like that. I think we're going to do a whole series on that, I think, because it's a good idea for folks who don't know, are new to the sport, or maybe they haven't ridden in places where lots of different user groups are. Let me know in the comments below if you think that's a good idea to do a series of videos on that, because I think it is. I definitely don't know everything by any means, but I know a fair amount. We've been riding for quite a while. But there's lots of new riders out there who just haven't experienced that. So, but this one is more about riding in a group etiquette. It's super important, guys. So like, if you don't have that protocol with your group or something, maybe introduce it. Say, hey guys, I was watching this video of this goofball in Colorado, talked about how we can kind of keep the group moving and keep the group spread out so the dust isn't so bad, and so we can actually get some miles done with this big group of people. I think it's a good idea. Quick recap on what we at Highland Cycles thinks is a great way to ride with a bigger group when you're on single track. First of all, you should have the person out front who knows the way around so they can kind of keep the pace moving. So the person out front knows their way around. They take off. As soon as the dust settles, the next person takes off. When that person out front gets to a trail intersection, any intersection, even if they're just going straight through it, they stop and they wait, check behind them. As soon as the person behind them gives them an indication that they can see the turn or the straight or whatever they're doing, then they take off. It's important to know it's not as soon as that person out front sees the other person, because I can tell you numerous times we've been out riding and the person who's in front, who gets to the intersection first, looks back, sees the person coming because like in the trees or whether they see their bright helmet or headlight if they have one, and then, oh, there we go, boom, they take off. Well, a lot of times that person behind them hasn't seen them yet because maybe they're focused on their front fender, or maybe they're hitting some rocks and they're not paying attention or whatever. They just don't see them. So it's important that you be really clear that the person behind gives some sort of indication, a thumbs up, head nod, whatever, some indication that they see the person in the move that they're making, even if it's a straight. So I hope you guys learned something from this little video. Share this thing. I'm sure there's a lot of people who want to see that crash. I bleeped out all the bad words. There were a lot of bad words said because that hurt really, really bad. We're all safe. Everybody's okay. I think my ribs are damaged in some way, but I'm gonna live. Gonna keep riding. Gonna get out and ride this weekend. Yeah, guys. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you guys watching. If we've earned your subscription, we'd love to get it. We'd love to have you hit the subscribe button. Love to have you hit the little notification bell so that you know when we get new videos up. Guys, have an awesome day. I really hope you guys spread happiness, love, spread the gospel of two wheels everywhere you go. Forget all the negativity. And no matter what, I really hope you find time to ride your dirt bikes.